Um, yeah, good evening, everybody. I hope I'm audible. All right, people, let's continue. Okay, so I think we'll be solving some general aptitude questions today. There is verbal, quantitative, spatial, and analytical. Yeah, let's do the previous year gates. Despite his initial hesitation, Rahman's resolve. Resolve is like the goal, like the dedication that you're having. Resolve, strong determination to do something. Yeah, it's resolve. That's good. Okay, I don't know. Next in category, yeah. Gate D, okay. This house is in a mess. Column 1 has statements made by Shantana. Okay. No problem, let me clear it for you. I'm not happy with the marks given to me. Don't worry, I will take it up with your teacher. P is 3, Q is 4. B is the answer. B is the answer. That's good. All right. So this is one action, and this is another action. Okay, we have been no, it's past. So we had been playing tennis in on when it started to rain. It is B if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is B. No, it is not. Courage means bravery synonym. Yearning. Yeah, I don't know what earning means. Longing, I guess. Yearning. Okay. Yeah, yearning means longing. Strong desire. Yearning. Let's see. I got that one right. He felt a yearning for the mountains. What does longing mean? Strong desires, okay. Kind of like, yearning feeling. Okay. Okay. What's this? Let's see. Where were we? Yeah, bird lives in nest, bee lives in hive. So it should be C. Yeah, it is C. Ravi had a younger brother, we don't know about him yet, who taught at university. So it's a university, A. So option A should be the answer. Option A, yeah. Yeah, we already did that myopic short sighted. Alright. I put the brown. Yeah, I have already done this one. The pocket knife is described as in front of the sword. We have this the pocket knife, for instance, is in front of the sword. Yeah. Based on the conversation below, even if I had known you, yeah. Ramya did not know Josephine was in the hospital. There is even a comment on this one. Yeah, the comment's not there, I guess. Despite his initial hesitation, Rasool already done that. Increasing order of intensity, and the meaning of walk, jog, sprint is analogous to bothered, daunted. Okay. This is unfazed, right? So faced, disconcerted, worried, yeah. They say unfazed a lot of times. Right. That's good. Okay. Sequence the following sentences in a coherent passage. The fortuitous geological event generated a colossal amount of energy and heat that resulted in the rocks rising to an average height of 4 kilometers across the contact zone. Thus, the geophysicists tend to think of Himalayas as an active geological event rather than a static geological feature. This seems the conclusion. The natural process of cooling of the massive edifice absorbed a large quantity of atmospheric carbon dioxide, altering its atmosphere, making it better suited for life. Many millennia ago, a breakaway chunk of bedrock from the Atlantic plate collided with a massive Eurasian plate. This is the first statement. Alright. This is the last statement, absolutely. The natural process. The natural process of cooling. Okay. Yeah, this one and this one and this one. After releasing the amount of energy, it cools, right? So S and P, SPRQ. We have that option, SPRQ. C is the answer. C should be the answer. Yeah, C is the answer. That's good. Should we answer that question? He asked a genuine question. Right. So it's right. Just in option. Which option? In option P, it was stated. What was stated? Colossal, massive amount of energy and heat was liberated. So, um, generally, a heated substance cools down, and in statement R, it was stated. I suppose it is statement R. Yeah, after cooling down, CO2 got absorbed. So, R happens after P. Hope this helps. Let's see if that thing works out. Open source contributor. Okay. Order of intensity dry, arid, parched. I didn't know that. Diet fast, star obviously. Star is like you say starve to death. Here is the answer. Yeah, here is the answer. Okay. Kind of like this one. Okay, we need to keep a track of how many questions we are doing. In the given text, the blanks numbered 1 to 4 select the best match for the blanks. Steve was advised to keep his head before heading. Okay, keep his head down before heading out to bed. While he had a head, okay, he could only do so with a cool head on his shoulders. This is on, 4 is on, so ADR eliminated. So 4 is okay, on and down. Keep his head down before heading out to bat. He had a head for batting. Okay, cool head on his shoulder. C is the answer. C should be the answer. C should be the answer. Yeah, C should be the answer. Head down. Okay, it's good. We reached the station late and nearly missed the train. That is mostly fitting here. B should be the answer. Nearly. Okay. Kind. Mm, we are nowhere near. Let's do the last, 20 years. So 2005. That works out. Often, frequency, synonym. So kind. Okay, this is adverb. Ly. What is that? So kindly is obviously the answer. D. Wait. Shouldn't be a type, not this question. I see. This became marks for all. I don't know that. Which of the following sentence sequences create a coherent narrative? Once on a terrace, on her way to her small room in a corner, she notices the man right away. She begins to pant by the time she has climbed the stairs. Mina bought back vegetables and rice at the market, so her bags were heavy. He was leaning against the parapet watching the traffic below. This one, this one. Do we have 3, 2? Yeah, 3, 2, 1, and 4. D should be the answer. D should be the answer. Yeah, that's good. Closed as a duplicate. Memory based question. The country of Zombieland Industries. The country of Zombieland is in distress since more than 75% of its working population is suffering from serious health issues. Studies conducted by competent health experts concluded that a complete lack of physical exercise among its working population was one of the leading causes of their health issues. As one of their measures to address the problem, the government of Zombieland has decided to provide monetary incentives to those who ride bicycles to work on it. Based on the information provided above, which of the following statements can be logically inferred with certainty? All the working population of Zombieland will henceforth ride bicycles to work. No. Riding bicycle to ensure that all the working population of Zombiland is free of health issues. No. The health experts suggested to the government of Zombiland to declare riding bicycles as mandatory. No, that's not, obviously. The government of Zombieland believes that riding bicycles is a form of physical exercise. See, since as one of the measures to address the problem, this will not ensure because it is not certainty. The government believes that so D should be the answer. D should be the answer. Yeah. No, A is not the answer. Okay. The government Zombieland. Thank God. Closed of a duplicate. Can we report this one? I don't know. The answer was obviously the options were obviously mismatched. The fair means true. Fair is like the cost, the fee. So D. I have already did this one. Yeah, D. Some people believe that who gets measured improves. Some believe that what gets measured gets gamed. One possible reason for the difference in beliefs is the work culture in organizations. An organization with good work culture matrices help improve outcomes. However, the same matrices are counterproductive in organizations with poor work culture. That's true. Each of the following is correct logical inference based on the information in the above passage. Matrices are useful in organizations with poor work culture. No, that's not. See? Matrices are useful in organizations with good work culture. Okay. Matrices are always counterproductive. No. Matrices are never useful. No. So B should be the answer. Yeah, B. How many marks is this again? This is 2 marks, I see. So it all comes down to practice, huh? Wrong place. Well, that is alright. Gauri said that she can play the keyboard as well as her sister. Yeah, this is positive degree. Comparative, no, no. Superlative, this is also comparative degree. As well as sounds funny here, though, that's true. As well as, yeah. Pen, with pen you write, with knife what you do? With knife you cut. You don't do vegetables. So C. C should be the answer. Okay. That's good, honestly. That's good, honestly. Listening to music during exercise improves performance and reduces discomfort. Scientists research whether listening to music while studying can help students learn better, and the results were inconclusive. Students who needed external stimulation for studying fared worse, while children who did not need any external stimulation benefited from music. Listening to music has no effect on learning and a positive effect on physical exercises. Clear positive exercise? No. Clear positive effect on physical exercise. Music has a positive. It's a clear positive effect on learning. No, so it is not saying no effect. No effect is obviously not the case. Music has a positive effect in learning only in some students. So C, that in should be C. Yeah, option C is the correct one. Okay, that's good. Everybody in the class prepared for the exam. Bob invited Danish to his home because he enjoys playing chess. Everybody in the class is prepared. So is you think it as a unit. It is grammatically correct. Bob invited Danish to his home because he plays chess. So when the options were given something like unambiguous, you should rethink about it. He enjoys playing chess. Who is he referring to, Babu or Dinesh? So it is ambiguous. So C should be answer. See, class as a unit. The above statement is ambiguous because we are not sure who he refers to. It can be either Babu or Dinesh. That works out. Okay. What else we got? Hmm. Plan of surgery as writer is to maintain the similar logic relations. Okay. Writer. Yeah, doctor is to surgery as writer is to book because he does this and he does this. Right? So C should be answer. Yeah, good. Took some time for comprehending the question. Some people suggest anti-obesity measures, AOM, such as displaying calorie information to restaurant menus. Such measures sidestep addressing the core problems that cause obesity, poverty. Such measures sidestep addressing the core problems that cause obesity, poverty, and income inequality. The proposed AOM addresses no, the proposed AOM addresses the core problems. If obesity reduced, poverty will no. No, if obesity reduced. Okay, that the opposite is true. AOM are addressing the core problems. AOM are addressing the problem superficially. Alright, let's see this. If obesity reduces, okay. No, if poverty reduces, obesity reduces. D should be answer. D should be the answer. Yeah. Sidestep. Superficial. Okay. We are good. We are good. Right, nobody is watching the stream. Raman is confident of speaking English within 6 months as he has been practicing regularly for the last 3 weeks. Yeah, for 3 weeks since if you specify some date. Within during is like only for 6 months. Raman is confident of speaking English within 6 months. Yeah, within and for. Within 6 months indicates the time frame of the future. For the last 3 weeks refers to the duration has been practicing. Something will occur in a specified period of time. Okay, that's what we thought. It's not like I practice separately for aptitude, but it came naturally. So I need the other subjects to come as natural as this one. That needs practice, obviously. His knowledge of the subject was excellent because his classroom performance was no praiseworthy. Praiseworthy is the only positive sentence here. So D. Oh fuck. His knowledge of the subject was excellent. I kind of read it as sins. So don't be in a hurry. Read the question twice. Yeah. Extremely poor. Extremely poor is the answer. Extremely poor. Messed up. Don't be overconfident, alright, sure. Cook. Cook. Cook is a verb and a noun here. Fly is a verb and a flyer. Flighter. Flyer. The person who flies is a flyer. Yeah, flyer. The dawn of the 21st century witnessed the melting glaciers oscillating between giving too much and too little to billions of people who depend on them for fresh water. The UN Climate Report estimates that without deep cuts to man-made emissions, at least 30% of the northern hemisphere surface permafrost could melt by the end of the century. Given this situation of imminent global exodus with billions of people displaced by rising seas, nation states need to rethink their carbon footprint for political concerns, if not for environmental ones. Can be inferred. Billions of people are affected by melting glaciers. You cannot say that for certain. No, they are not responsible for providing fresh water. That is not the concern here. No, people are not responsible directly. Billions of people are affected. Better to say will be affected, if I'm not wrong. JA4. Goods and Service Tax (GST) is an indirect tax introduced in India in 2017 that is imposed on the supply of goods and services, and it subsumes all indirect taxes except few. It is a destination-based tax imposed on goods and services used, and it is not imposed on the point of origin from which goods come. GST also has a few components specific to state government, central government, and the union territories. Destination-based tax. Okay. GST. GST is imposed at the point of usage of goods and services. This seems most appropriate. Not on the production, it said destination based tax, not on the point of origin. It includes all indirect taxes. No, it is an indirect tax. It has GUT component. So D should be answer if I'm not wrong. Yeah, D should be answer. Yes, we will be down to the expenditure on the project. Breaks, you cannot use that. Expenditure is singular, so breaks down. So C is the answer, is it not? Yeah. Dude, come on. I don't know, it's not working for some reason. The search engine business model is a singular, revolves around the fulcrum of trust. Revolves is the answer. Revolves. What did he say? Based on, yeah, based on. A court is to a judge. So judge works in court. A school is to a teacher. Court is a place. School is a place. Judge is a person. Teacher is a person. That works out T. Yep. T. A police arrested four criminals. The criminals knew each other. They made the following statements. P says Q committed the crime. Q says has committed the crime. R says I did not do it. S says what Q said about me is false. Assume that only one of the arrested four committed the crime and only one of the statements made about it is true. Oh wow. This is a high level question, obviously, and needs a bit of thinking. Okay. I need to check out between and and but from the next time. That is really getting into my nerves. Anyway, so P is saying Q, Q is saying yes, R is saying no, I am not. Yes is saying what Q said about me false. Q is false about me. Okay, I'll assume that only one is arrested and only one of the statements made above is true. Let's say this statement is true. P said, alright. Let's say P said Q committed the crime. So Q said has committed the crime. So Q is the criminal. Q is saying has committed, that will be false. R saying I did not commit it. But that is no wait. P said Q committed the crime. That means P, R and S did not commit it. R said I am not. But only one of the following is made true. Wait. But then this will be true. We don't want this to be false. We want this to be false. Let's say we want this to be true. Right? P said Q committed. P said Q committed. We do not know. Let's say that should be false. Q said as committed. That is false. Wait, dude. Why is it not logicking? Okay, this is not the answer, obviously. I got it. Q said as committed. That means S is criminal. S is criminal. And R is not criminal. But R said I am not the one who committed it. Then R will become true as well. Okay. Let's say R said I am not the one who do it. Okay. Only one of the arrested for. Let's say R, this statement is true. This is making a lot of logical inference. R said I am not the one who did it. So R is true. P said Q, that should be false. Q said yes, that should be false. And S said Q is false about me. If S said Q is false about me, that means S did not commit the crime. That means S did not commit the crime. but only one committed the crime. But R did not commit the crime as well. Let's say if this one is true. P said Q, Q said S, R said I'm not. Okay, this is false, and this is false, and this is false. Yes is the answer. I don't know, man. Which option? C is the answer. Okay. Assuming S says the truth. P says Q committed the crime, means Q has not. Q says R committed the crime, that means S has not. R says I did not. So R has committed the crime. I did that, bro, and that did not work out for me. Alright, we need this. P is true. Q is criminal. S is not criminal. Okay, this gives the best one. Mm, Q is true. So S C and C. Okay, how did we miss that one? So P said Q is criminal. So Q is not criminal. Q said S is criminal. So S is not criminal. R said I am not criminal. Wait, what is the answer? Acha, wait. Arey, we did it, man. See, listen out. We thought this statement is true. Q is false about me. Let's assume this is true. So, P said Q is criminal. That is false. Then it will be. So, Q is not criminal. Q said S is criminal. That is false. So, S is not criminal. Dude, he asked who committed the crime, not said who told the truth. Very good. It is important to read the question properly. Ouch. We solved it, but we had the wrong inference. That's it. Yeah, that's why you practice, right? A recent High Court judgment has sought to dispel the idea of begging as a disease, which led to the stigmatization and criminalization and regard it as a symptom. The underlying disease is a failure of state to protect citizens who fall through the social security net. I have solved this question, by the way, basically. Mm, begging as a disease. Dispel the idea, that means not agree with the idea. Beggars are lazy people who beg because they are unwilling to work. Beggars are created because of schemes. Begging is an offense that has to be banned. This is not the case. This is not the case. The underlying disease is the failure of the state to protect the citizens. So this is the failure of the state to protect citizens. It is not a disease, it is a symptom. That's what they are saying. Begging is an offense. No, it is not an offense. See? It is symptom. B, which means beggars are created due to the lack of social welfare schemes. Well, right. Reader. Well, it has a huge community, I give you that. Okay. Investigation can sometimes yield new facts, but typically organized ones are more successful. But is a contradiction, but is a contradiction. Always remember that. Organized. So this should be opposite of organized. Timely, consistent, systematic, everything are like organized way. Meandering. Meandering. Meanders, meanders are rivers that flow inconsistently. Yeah, no clear purpose or direction. That's correct. Meandering. An act of following a widening course. It is correct in the context. It is correct in the context. But this is not the context that he should be writing. If it is from the context of geography, that would have been correct. From where are they bringing their books? They are bringing their books from there. So they are. There is the subject, are is the helping verb, bringing is the verb. Their books, the books belong to them. From there is a place that it is specifying. So B should be the answer. Yeah, B. That is good. That is good. It is more taking time to load the questions. 2017. We are already at 2017. We lived in a culture that denied any merit to literary works, considering them important only when we were handmaidens to something seemingly more urgent, namely ideology. This was a country where all gestures, even the most private, were interpreted in political terms. The authors believe ideology is not important. The authors believe that ideology is not as important as literature is revealed. Okay, ideology is not as important as literature is revealed by the word. We lived in a culture that denied any merit to literary works, considering them important only when they were handmaidens to something seemingly more urgent. Seemingly. We live in a culture, the culture can be either good or bad. Seemingly. Seemingly means it is kind of sarcastic. Yeah, distinguished from true character. It's not what it actually reflects. Considering them important only, they were handmaidens, means assisting or helping to something seemingly more urgent. Means it looks like urgent, but in real it's not so urgent. Ideology is not important. Literature. Okay. Okay. It's just matter of practice. 2017. That's enough. Saturn is bright enough to be seen on a clear night with a naked eye. Bright enough to be seen. That checks out. B. Yeah, B. Not synonyms. Aversion, dislike, luminous, radiant. They are synonyms. Plundering, looting. Yielding is like reaping the benefits. Resistant is like opposite. Aversion, averting, it's kind of dislike. So this should be, this should be, D should be the answer. D, yeah. Okay. The hold of the nationalist imagination on our colonial past is such that anything inadequately or improperly nationalist is not just history. Okay. Each of the following statements best reflects author's opinion. Nationalists are highly imaginative. History is viewed through a filter of nationalism. Our colonial past never happened. No, nationalism has to be both adequately and properly imagined. Uh, History is viewed through the filter of nationalism. This describes best. Nationalism has to be both adequately and properly imagined. It should not be imagined. So B is the answer. Right. Okay, thank God. All right, we have almost okay. How many questions are there in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 20, 20, 40 questions we have done on this, and I think there should be enough for one session. Okay, so where did we fumble? We fumbled on two things. Let's see. But pay extra attention. Also, pay extra attention to what the question is asking. Example, it asked who the criminal is. Not Who said correct? Those are the two things that we were fumbled upon. Right. Yeah, we will, make it better. We will make it better. Okay. We're in the middle of something. So, verbal quantitative aptitude. All right. Verbal aptitude's good. And, those GKP books, they were never, coherent with the syllabus. So, no one's watching, but if anyone's, I just wanted to say, don't buy them. Yeah, we had this. We did this one already. So the server's lagging. All right. I want to defend anyone for life. Just an actor. Only if we were able to do maths as fast and as accurate as this one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Only if we did the math. Subjects, yeah, my bad. So, general aptitude. We did some verbal aptitude, we were doing some quantitative aptitude. We were to do some quantitative aptitude. Previous gate. What about that? The server is down for some reason. Yeah, you don't even need to work about any of these. Worry about any of these. If P is 0 and Q is 0, it will be 0, 0, it will be equal. It will be e power x is equal to e power minus x, that's not the case. And e power x is equal to minus e power minus x, that's not the case as well. Why should you worry about p by q is equal to 0? If p by q is equal to 0, then p will be 0. Nothing. You cannot say anything about q. You almost forget that 0 by 1 is equal to 0, 0 by 100 is equal to 0. So from this you can say p is equal to 0, q, I don't know. Can say. So you cannot choose this one. Here is the answer. Good. Good. Okay, that's how it will be when you know the subject. Let P1 and P2 denote two arbitrary prime numbers which one of the following statements is correct for all values of P1 and P2. P1 plus P2 not a prime number. You cannot say that. The basic example is 2 plus 3. So P1 P2 is not a prime number. This is obviously false because P1 and P2 are factors of P1 P2. So this is not a prime number. That is correct all the times. Got it? What's the answer? B is the answer. Very good. Which one of the following options is correct for the given data of tables? Did we do this? Oh yeah, we did this. X of I, since x of I minus 1 is there, if you take it x of 0, you cannot get any answer. So consider x of 1. X of 1 is 16. Let's check. X of I minus 1, how much is that? X of I minus 1 is 20 plus I of 1. What is I of 1? I of 1 minus 4. That is correct. Oh my god. So it either comes down to A or D. We will check the second one. B or C are eliminated. B and C are eliminated. Y of 1, what is y of 1 minus 80 is equals to y of I minus 1. What is y of I minus 1? That's 20. And I of 1 is minus 4. Oh my god, that is correct as well. So A is your answer. A is your answer. Good, good, good. 55 minutes. Hmm. You know what? We will do all the last 5 years of general aptitude today. That is our goal, it seems. I mean, even if we cannot do that, yeah, this is the question that I did, I think, yesterday. Yes, this is the first question that I have done yesterday. This is a square. It is not a square, but assume it is a square. And this, okay, is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. Both literally P, Q, L, R, M, S, N. So, I have also discussed the thought process with you. We need to find the area of rectangle. We know only one formula, L into B. So, we need PL and we need PN, right? How do you get PL? Basic trigonometry, you know, this is a right angle triangle. So, let it be theta. It might get cancelled out in the future. And you cannot assume this as theta as well if you don't know the both angles are equal. So this will be 90 minus theta. And this thing will be 90 as well. Since this is common angle, this will be theta too. In that way you prove both angles are same. This applies to any other corner. But there are no other corners like this to prove. This will be 180. This will be 90. Oh wait, these two add up to become 90. You can say that, but you cannot say both of these will be equal, and you cannot do anything much in this corner. So, how will you know? It will come down to practice. That's it. At least that is what I can hope based on the previous ones. All right. So you need what? You need PL. Okay, I have already written that. Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse, so this is obviously hypotenuse. You don't know the length of opposite. 2 is the length of this one, not just this one. Remember that. You know only this, so this is adjacent by hypotenuse. Cos theta is 2 by PL. PL is equal to 2 by cos theta. You have that. Good. And TN. What do you know here? You know this. And again, this is the right angle. This is the opposite. Okay, now you know the hypotenuse. And now you need to know this. If I were to know this, I would have written sine theta. But now I'm again writing cos theta is equals to P n by 2. Pn is equals to 2 cos theta. Multiply those things together and cos theta cancels out. You will remain with 4. And that's how you can answer this question without even looking at the options. That's good. Okay. Nobody's here to listen to my app. I have already done this one as well. You just check all the options instead of finding the smallest. Least number of bridges. Bridges on P, these zones will be covered. Q, these will be covered. Right. And T, this will be covered. This is Z4 is remaining. P, Q, S, and T. P, Q, F, and T. Again, this zone is left remained. Q, Q, R, T, and V. This might be it. Q is covering these two, Z1 and Z3. and R is covering Z2 with extra, and T is covering Z5, and V is covering Z4. And this has already 5, so you don't even need to check. C is the answer. C should be the answer. Good. Now, what is this? Spatial aptitude? No, it is not. The average marks obtained by class and examination. Alright, these are the most common type of questions. So, learn to solve one of these. All you need to know is the formula for average, sum of observations. Sum of observations by number of observations is equals to 30.8. Do you know number of observations? You don't know. Do you know sum? The teacher found that one of the student was entered incorrectly as 24 instead of 42, except that one guy. You don't need anybody. So consider that one. Previously, x, sum of all other guys. Okay, so x plus what were the previous marks? Incorrectly as 24. So 24 is incorrect by number. That gives 30.8. And after correcting x plus 42, the number remains the same, 31.4. So you just need to solve these equations. Am I not wrong? No, you are not wrong. The number also seems constant. X plus 24 is equals to 30.8 number. X plus 42 is equals to 31.4 number. How do you calculate this? So it is just a multiple of something. You can just cut off this. And alright, shall we add or subtract? We shall subtract because x cancels then. 24 minus 42, how much is that? 34. 8. Alright, 18 minus 18? Yep. So how much is this now? 31.4. Alright, 30.8. That will be 0.2 and 1.4. That will be minus 1.6. So, wait. Why did you cancel number and number? You are subtracting. It's ratio. It's not ratio. It's subtraction. So don't cancel it out. 1.6 number minus minus cancels out, and number is equals to 18 by 1.6. So that will be 180 by 16. That's true. Does it, All right. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Yeah, it is 0.6. You idiot. Plus 2, this will become 31, and plus 0.2, it will become 31, plus 0.4, it will become 31.4. Or you can do it directly, 14 minus 8, 6, 0. It is as simple as that. It is 0.6. Okay, you idiot. That will be 180 by 6, that is 30. Okay, don't make these silly mistakes again. 1 hour and 4 minutes of intense solving. Okay, we are here to this question again. Okay, what are these kind of questions? I'm apparently bad. Is okay. This is quantitative aptitude. I see. This is quantitative aptitude. Okay. Got it. Got it. Quantitative aptitude. We will solve more number of these questions. Okay. What did this? 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 Okay. Now it came to this question. Okay. We do not know the formula of trapezium, but we know the formula for area of square. The shortest distance between these two lines is half the shortest distance between point P and QR. Okay. So let's reconstruct it. What is the idea behind it? When you have two triangles, a smaller and a bigger one, it would be better if you prove them, to be similar. Okay, how do you prove them to be similar now? We have parallel lines already. And if the angle is going to be same. Right, the angle is going to be same because one line cutting parallel lines make equal angles, corresponding angles you call them. So triangle BST is similar to triangle PQR, and I don't even need to prove this in real exam. And what's next? What's next is you are given another piece of information. This length and this length are exactly the same. Okay. Let's draw this. Let it be. Now, since these two are similar anyways, so let this be A and let this be B and let this be P. PA is equals to AB according to the question. Area of triangle BST. What is the area? Half into base into height. What is base? ST, and what is height? What is height? PA. And area of triangle PQR is equals to half into ST. Alright, QR, that's base, and what is height? That is PB. So PB is basically 2PA half into QR into 2PA. So that is basically QR times PA. What is the relation between QR and ST? Okay, so since this is 2 times and ST is half of QR, since they are similar. So QR is 2ST, 2STPA. Okay. So what's the ratio between them? Multiply by 2. Multiply by 2 the ratio. So STPA is equals to, alright, the area of triangle PST. Alright, let's do this. PST by PQR is equals to half STPA by 2 STPA. So STPA cancels out and what? 1 by 4. So it is 1:4. The STQR is equals to triangle PQR area minus triangle PST area. That will be 4x minus x, that will be 3x. If PST is equals to x. So the ratio is 1:3. It's as simple as that, don't complicate it. Only if you solve the basic math of 9th class or even 8th class, I don't know. What is the probability of 6? Okay, it is rolled thrice. Look at it. So 6 getting exactly once. We are looking at probability. 6 on first try only. Alright, only once. That means not twice, not thrice, not 0 times. If first try, yes. Second and third try, no. Similarly, if second try, yes. First and third try, no. Similarly, if third try, yes. First and second try, no. 6 in first try only, 1 by 6 probability, and 6 not in second and third try. How much is that? 5 by 6 times 5 by 6, it stacks up 25 by 36. So all of the things are stacking up. 36 times 6, how much is that? 6 6 is 36, 6 3 are 18, 216. 25 by 216 for this one, and for this one. So for all three cases, it is 75 by 216. Is that it? Yeah, so I did combinations. Binomial distribution. If you knew binomial distribution, you wouldn't need to make all of this analysis. But it is a general aptitude question. Let's treat it like a general aptitude question. Yeah, it is Sunday, so no one's watching the stream. A shop has 4 distinct flavors of ice cream. One can purchase as many scoops of any flavor. Any flavor is important. Any number of scoops is also important. The order in which the scoops are purchased is inconsequential. That is also important. 3 scoops of ice cream. How can one make that purchase? 3 scoops. Same color. How many of same color can you do? It is like 4, say 1. So you are choosing, selecting, and you can choose 4. You can choose any 2 out of 4. You can choose any 2 out of any 3 out of 4. How much does this give? 4 factorial by 3 factorial. It is 4 ways. Let's say we have red, blue, green, and yellow. You can choose red, 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 blue, 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 green, 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 yellow, 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 something like that. So 4C2 is 4 factorial by 2 factorial times 2 factorial. So that will be what it will be. 4 into 3 by 2, that will be 6. How it will be 6? Let's see. Any 2, right? You can choose red, blue, green. You can choose red, blue, yellow. And you can choose red, green, yellow. Red, green, and blue is same as red, blue, and green. You can choose red, blue, green, red, blue, yellow, blue, green, and yellow. These are distinct ways. And you can also choose, red, red, blue. Wait, what? Choosing any 2 flavors. Okay, wait. Okay, these won't work out because you're only choosing 2. You can choose red, red, blue, red, red, green, red, red, yellow. I'm just trying to make things here, okay? So, uh, with red, everything is chosen. And with blue, 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 green, blue, blue, yellow. With blue, everything is chosen. Green, green, yellow. That's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how this is checking out. But still we have, yellow, yellow, red, and all. Okay. Yeah, see? This is the stars and bars problem. Dude, I have done the same thing. I have done this problem already again, if you remember. IODB template. What is IODB template? Okay, these are what I need actually. Yeah, but this is too long to cover. Anyways, where was he? So, where did we fumble up? We were supposed to say, alright, shall we enable dark mode? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Okay, so subjects, general aptitude. Why is engineering mathematics having these many questions? Is it having everything or what? No, I just want to say if it is having only of yeah, CSE only. CSE only, right? Yeah. Yes. So, how much is engineering mathematics contributing? Okay. Yeah, let's see the average marks, okay? Then we'll get an idea. 3, 3, 3 and 3, 6. Okay. This is calculus, right? Yeah. 6 and 1. That's 7 marks. So calculus is really not worth doing. Linear algebra and probability are worth doing. But if you see things like these algorithms, they are more than worth of doing. See, 7 marks. And if you look at data structures, that is worth it. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay. This should work out. Yeah, they give a lot of marks. Something like CO. Yeah, CO is also giving a lot of marks. Computer networks is giving a lot of marks. Databases is giving a lot of marks as well. Operating systems is giving a ton of marks. Compiler design, yeah, it's giving good marks as well. Theory of computation, that's great. Artificial intelligence, we should do this. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, data mining and warehousing, right? That's it. 3 more. We have projects. What are these projects? I don't know. Let's do this, man. From where did we come and to where are we going? We were at general aptitude, and inside the general aptitude, we are at quantitative aptitude. Yeah, and we saw some template, and we need this. Yeah, we need this. So I need to have all right. You know what? First, let me get the questions right. Previous gate. And the previous gate, which question did we fumble on? This question. That's right. All right. I have a doubt. Why can't I tag it regarding this question? So it is. What the heck? Is it because of dark mode or something? I don't know. So, okay, it is not because of dark mode. Wow. So, when do, how do I know when to use stars and bars and when to use normal combinations? Stars and bars. And you are distributing indistinguishable objects into distinguishable bins. You allow repetition. Distinct objects without repetition. Order doesn't matter, but objects themselves are distinguishable. 3 students out of 10. Yeah. So let's write a rule of thumb here so that we won't forget. Stars and bars when distributing non-distinguishable. So that's why stars too distinguishable. bars, both repetition and order does not matter. Combination when distributing distinguishable to distinguishable. I'm not writing all of it. Distinct to distinct. Only order does not matter. So having that said, what is the formula for stars and bars? N plus or minus 1 combination or minus 1. N plus or minus 1 by n minus 1. Why is it like that? What is the formula for stars and bars, and how to wrap my head around it? It is what it is, 820. N plus k minus 1 by k minus 1. Okay. So there are 5 stars and there are 3 boxes. That means there will be 2 bars. So n is the number of stars or is the number of boxes. You have n stars in a row, split them into k groups. You insert with 2 bars, they were separated into 3 groups. Got it. Bars. Bars. So now, 4 stars, 3 boxes. So 4 plus 3 minus 1, say, and 3 minus 1. So that will be 6c2, 6 factorial by 4 factorial into 2 factorial. That will be 6 into 5 by 2. Now what? What again? Okay. Nastability. 5 identical chocolates to 3 kids. You messed up. No. No, what's wrong with stars and bars? Listen out, man. This appears holy. Mm, so where were we stuck? 4 distinct flavors. 3 scoops of ice cream. Okay. Total number of identical items you are distributing. Total items we are distributing. Identical, yeah. It makes sense with the notation of n. 4 distinct flavors, so n is equal to 4 in this case, and 3 scoops of ice cream. K is equals to 3. N plus k minus 1 by k minus 1. That's where you are getting wrong. So something like this. K is equals to 4. Why k variants in distributions? So how many variants are we distributing? 3 plus 4 minus 1 by 4. 1. 6 is 3. That checks out to 20. So we kind of understand that. We'll understand soon. We have done this, did we not? What does tick mean? Repeated it is. Dude, this one's repeated as well, right? This one's repeated as well. This one's repeated as well. Two wizards are trying to create a spell using all 4 elements. For this we decide to mix all these elements in all possible orders to answer the set of combinations. The spell does not work. So four elements. K can be arranged uniquely there are four ways to use here and three two ways two and one ways, so that is essentially 4 factorial 24 ways: fire, water, air and earth, right? So something like that. FWFA. I'm just curious, trying everything. FEW, FEAW, FEWA. That's about fire. And how many are these? 6 are these. So 6 fours are, you will get 24. That is true. Okay, that kind of gave me a heart attack for a moment. Oh my god. In an engineering college, 10,000 students, 1,500 are neither like their 1,500 like neither their core branch nor other branches. The number of students who like their core branch is 1/4, and the number of students who like the number of students who like their core branch is 1/4 the number of students who like other branches. The number of students who both like core and other branches is 1,500. The number of students who like their core branches is, so 1,500 are exceptions. They are idiots. No, they are maybe smart people. 8,500 people remaining. Out of 8,500 people, let's say N of A is the answer. Core. Core. And N of B are like this is only core and this is only non-core. Minus N of A intersection B. So you know the relation between A and B. If this is B, this is going to be 1/4B plus N of B minus both like is 500 is equal to 8,500. So this will become 9,000. Right, 1/4x plus x is equals to 9,000. That will be, 5/4x is equals to 9,000. X is equals to 9,000 times 4/5. Why is the math not checking out? Okay, that's my bad. It is not only, right? Only their core branch. Not only. Alright. So, let's say 1/4x people like core branches and ex people like other branches. Their number goes out to 8,500. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's do this, man. This is we are finding exclusively core branches. That checks out. So how much is that 7500? Mm, 1500, that will be 6k. 6k people only love non-core branches. So 1 by 4th of that is how much? 1500 only love core plus 500, so 2000. Is it 1500? No, it is not. My man did something. A intersection B is 500. Okay, 1 by 4th of B. Okay. 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 It's challenging, and that's what we want. So let's draw a Venn diagram. This covers 1500. This part covers how much? 500, and we need A. And this part covers 10,000. So number of A union B is equals to 8500. Number of A plus number of B minus number of A intersection B is equals to 8500. What is number of A intersection B? Number of A plus number of B, that is 8500. Number of A plus number of B is equals to 9k. And you know something about A and B. Let number of A be x and the number of B be, it will be 4 times. 4x is equals to 9k. X is equals to, 9k by 5. How much is that? 1, 4, 40. That's it. Yeah. 1800. Simple math. You made it all complicated here. Hmm. So I gotta eat, people. I will complete one set and I will go, you know what I'm saying? For positive non-zero real variable x and y, okay, logarithm of x plus y by 2 is equals to 1 by 2 log x plus log y. X plus y by y plus x is equals to how much? That's what I is asking. Okay, any idea how we do this? X plus y by y plus x, okay. Need to have some grip on logarithms, okay. You from the question it is evident that you cannot solve x and y separately. So there obviously gotta be relation. If you know it ln x power a becomes a power ln x. So if you think of this like a whole identity, it becomes ln x plus ln y whole power 1 by 2. Okay, we know that whole power 1 by 2 is square root, and a plus b whole power n. Do you need to do that? A power 1 by n. Okay, how much is that? We cannot go through that way. 1 by 2 is basically square root, right? So we are saying this is equal. Okay, here's something. Okay. 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 Log A plus log B is equals to log AB. Is it not? Yeah, it is. Root xy. So get it to simple logarithm. X plus y by 2 is equals to root xy. This is what we are left with. X plus y is equals to 2 root xy. So base. It is very popular that it has an abbreviation. Okay. X plus y whole square is equals to 4xy. X square plus y square plus 2xy is equals to 4xy. So x square plus y square is equals to 2xy. Why would I care about it? Right, you can get to that by xy is equals to 2 x square by xy plus y square by xy is equals to 2. X and x cancels out. X by y plus y by x is equals to 2. That is the answer. By seeing this, you should be able to know we should go through this approach. Good to see. Good to see. All right. How many questions we have left? Yeah, we were at the end. We are at the end, people. We are nearly solving 20 questions, and that's good. If a person sold two different items at the same price, he made 10% profit on first item. Selling those two items, he made a profit. Okay. At least he did not say 0%. Mm, let's say he sold them for 100 rupees. 10% profit on one item. Okay. 100 rupees gave 10% profit and it gave 10% loss. So we need to find cost price. All right. With the okay. So SP is equals to 100. Profit percent is equals to plus 10%. Cost price is equals to question mark. X plus 0.1x. Okay. How much is this? 1.1x is equals to 100. X is equals to 100 by 1.1. That is 1000 by 11. 11 nines are 99. That will give you 1. What? Wait. You get an extra 0. Dude, what am I doing? Wow. Wow, dude. Okay. Okay. So you do the same for 12. is 72, 12 7s are 84, 12 8s are 96, that would be 4. So you need to put a 0 here and you need to drop it. And you need to put a 0. 12 3s are 36. 80, 12s are, yeah, 80.3. Wow. Just 100. 1000 by 12, how much is it? Huh? No, what? 12 8s are 96. That will leave a 4. Okay. 12 3s are 36. Yeah. I forgot this rule. That's it. Anyways, that is out of context now. Profit. Selling price minus cost price by cost price. Loss. Cost price minus. Okay, that checks out. We thought of selling price minus cost price is equals to 10. 100 minus AP is equals to 10 CP. Made 10%. This is selling price is 100. Made 10% profit. Cost price. I don't know that. Buy cost price is the math wrong? It's profit percentage, you idiot. It's not absolute profit. Yeah, I was messed up from this. Okay. Okay. So, mm, this is 0.1, absolutely. This is 0.1. 100 is equals to, 1.1 CP. That will be 1000 by 11. How much is 1000 by 11? You did that before. 90. Right, 11 nines are 99, and that means it's 1, 0, and a point, and 100. 99. That gives us, 1. And it gives you 909. 90.9. Oh wow. So that is the cost price, and for the second one, you got loss percent of 10. Cost price minus selling price by cost price. You sold it for the same. Now, CP minus 100 is equals to 0.1. CP minus 100 is 0.1 CP. CP is equals to 0.1 CP. 100. Okay, 0.9 CP is equals to 100. That will be 1000 by 9. 9109, that gives 1, 0, 9, that gives 1, that gives 1, 1, yeah. CP is equals to 11.1. So, what I'm trying to say here is 11.1 plus 90.9, that is 2, 9, 1, 10, 202 rupees, and he sold them. Total cost price is 202 rupees. Total selling price is 200. So he made a loss. Okay, loss percent is how much? Cost price is so that is 2 by 100. Sorry, that is 2 by 200 or 1% loss. Okay. And two different articles are sold on the same selling price. Okay, I think that is an evergreen question. The pie chart depicts shares of various power generation technologies in the total electricity. Okay. The renewable sources of electricity generation consists of hydro, solar, and wind. Yeah, assuming total electricity remains same. So solar from 5% to 20%. So solar increased by 15%. and hydro increased from 30 to 35%, that is 5% for hydro, and wind for 5%, so that is 20% increase total. No? Okay. You can't do like that. I see. That is not even in the options. Wow. So yeah, the 100 units approach works. 5 units by solar, 30 units by hydro, and 5 units by wind. That is 40 units in 2007. And for the same, it is 20, 35, and 10. It is 30, 65. So 40 to 65, we need percentage increase. Right. Very poor on math. 1 that gives 2, 24 gives 1. So the 62% increase, I see. Okay. Okay. If two distinct real variables x and y are such that x plus y is proportional to x minus y. What? X plus y. So if x plus y increases, then x minus y increases. If x plus y decreases, then x minus y decreases. It is directly proportional. If you say indirectly x plus y increases, x minus y decreases. If x plus y decreases, x minus y increases. Let's do 10 and 5. 15. You get 15 and you know. Dude. Okay, let's do this. X plus y is 15, x minus y is 5, and let's do them, 20 and 10. That is 30, that is 10. So when both are increased, putting x by y a constant, I don't know, component or dividend. Wow. At least we are making some analysis. If a plus b is equals to c plus a by b is equals to c by d, by b is equals to c by d, then a plus b by a minus b is equal. I see. So okay. This is basics of ratio and proportion. Okay. Uh, x minus kx is equals to minus k by minus y. Okay. X common करो 1 minus k, y common करो minus k, x by y 1 by 1 minus k. Constant. Okay. Yeah, this is the last question that we're doing, and then we will call it a day. The following sample of numbers, the median, let's arrange it in, ascending order. 9, you got you got 10, you got 11, you got 11 again, you got 13, you got 14, you got 15, you got 17, 18, and 69. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 13.5 is the median. Here is the answer. Okay, we did it. Yeah, quantitative aptitude is a little difficult, but we kind of managed to do it. Okay. Just solve 40 questions in each topic, and that is it.